Hello friends, in the last 2-3 videos we have covered date and time related function in Excel. So in this video we will learn today logical function, or you can say logical formula. Here you can see in the left side of the Excel sheet I have written some logical function, which you will also find by your own by clicking on the formula option and then click on the logical. So these are the formula for which are used for logical purpose. First we will have a look of the AND function. So AND basically is a logical function which will give you an output of true or false. If all the condition will match, then the output will be true, else the output will be false. So see how does it work. This is I have right here and my first criteria I have write down equal to 60, and I have selected the second criteria cell and I have put down if it's equal to 20. Here you can see that all the criteria is matched because I have put down 60 for the first criteria cell and I have put down 20 for the second criteria cell. So in the first cell 60 is already present, in the second cell 20 is already present, so it will give you a true output. So let's see. Yes, it's given a true output. If I changed it somewhere from 20 to 31, it will give false output. And again if it will remain 20, and if I make the changes here in the first criteria, it will also then give a false output. And we can use with the if and with many other formulas to it's basically required when you are trying to build a dashboard and you are trying to generate a column or generate a special data from a huge data on the basis of some criteria, then you can use this AND formula, or it will require on that time. Let's move on to the true or false. So true false, you know that where the criteria is fulfilled, then it will give you a true output, but the criteria is not meeting, then the output will be false. So how true and false will work, let's see. Equal to if this equal to 60, then true, else false. Just close the bracket and see it's given output of true. If I copy this cell and just paste here, it is give me a false because I have already put down a formula. You can see here in the formula bar that if M7, that means where the 50 is written here, it's equal to 60, then it will give you a true output. So if I change from 50 to 60, it will give you a true output. So in that way true or false will work. Now we move into the OR part. So AND is a function where every criteria needs to match, then it will give you a true output. But for OR, this is something different. If you have multiple criteria and your one or two criteria is matched, then it will give you output true. So let's see how it will works. So equal to or logical one, that means first criteria equal to, I have write down 60 here, and this equal to 20 here. So in the previous section we have seen that here, that if all the criteria is not matching, then it's give a output of false. But for our case, you can see that it will give you a true output, because this first criteria will match, because here the 60 is present and I have put the criteria 60, so it will give you output of true. If all the criteria will not match, then it will give you a false output. Suppose if I put here 59, so it will give you output of false. And if I change this here 20, because if you see that here that second criteria equal to 20, I have already mentioned. So if I put here 20, then it will give you output of true, because this and this first and second criteria, out of two criteria, one criteria is matched here. So that's it for OR. If, you know, if is a logical function which has been used firstly, or which has been which has a great usage while you are preparing a dashboard, while you are preparing a report for your company, while you are preparing attendance sheet, anything you want to do, you must require if. So how if works? Let's see. If will give you output based on the criteria fulfillment. So suppose equal to if greater than equal to 80. Suppose if this criteria will fulfill, then it will give good. If not, it will give you output of bad. Okay, so this is not 80 or greater than or equal to 80, so that's it gives output of bad. Here you can see it's 80 and it's given output of good. If I make the changes here 79, then also it will show a bad. If I change this 80, once I have changed it 80, then it will give the output of good. So what is nested if? Nested if basically where you have write multiple ifs. Where you have multiple criteria, and in a single if you only put one criteria, one logical test. When you have multiple logical tests, you don't have option to put all the logical tests in a single if. So that's the reason you need to write the nested if. So how nested if will works, we can see if you are preparing a result for your school, or if you are preparing a result for some specific election area, that if somebody is getting 60%, then he will have chances to win, or he will chances to win, stand in the second position. So let's see, we will give you output of A, B, C, D. That's just like a result. Then you need to type here if the first logical test is if this cell equal to greater than equal to 80, then it will give you a output. If this cell greater than equal to 60, here you can see I have used the AND function also. And this cell less than 80, or less than 80, that means from 60 to 79 it will give you output of P. So here you can see it's equal to 80. That's the reason it's given output of A. It's also 75. It's in between 60 to 79. So that's the reason it's given output of B. And it's 59 and it's given C because the cutoff for B grade is 60. So that's the reason if I change it 60, then it will give you output of B. So if it's 59, so that's the reason from 40 to 59 is a band of C. So that's the reason it's given output of C. So it's also given a C because it's 45. It's above 40 and inside and in between of 40 to 60. So that's the reason given output of C. P means it's less than 40. So that's the reason it's given output of L. Now we move into the not function. What not will, how not will work, because not make the result in a different way, such as your is given output of true, but somehow you have to make this result in a roundabout way. So in that scenario, you need to use not function. See how does it works? Change the true output as false and the false output as true. It's the work for not. So equal to if not D20 equal to 60, close the bracket, then true, else false. Normally if I write the only if, so then it will give you output of false because this is not 60. But here I have used the not, so my output will change. My output will change from false to true. So let's see what's output is given. See here it's showing true. If I make it 60, it will give a false because. But if you write only if, it will give output of true because the criteria is 60. Xor function, it's an exclusive OR. So how does it work? Suppose if the first semester if somebody is getting A and in the second semester if somebody is getting A, then he needs to appear for the third semester exam. So in that scenario you will use the Xor function, logical one equal to A and the other criteria is not matching, so that's the reason it's given output of true. But here all the criteria is mismatched, so that's the reason it's given output of false. And here also all the criteria is mismatched because all the criteria is matching, so that's the reason it's given output of false. Now we move into the very useful part. If you are calculating something and you have used the VLOOKUP formula or something else and you are getting an error like NA has NA, in that scenario how you will fix? Equal if NA, select the value, you will get the error. And suppose if it's NA, then it will give you output of 0. So it's given a 0. If I will change something, and for a 1 lakh rows column, and in column number 1 to 3 you get an error and you are not able to find where is the error, and your all the calculation will not work if you get some such type of error like SNA, division error, value error, right? So in that scenario, how you will fix? If error, the value is like this, if error, it will give you a output of 1. See, if I make the changes 9 here with the 3, you all know that 9 can be divided with the by 3, so it will give you output of 3. So see here, that is given output of 3. So if error is also very useful formula which you need to know if you are working with Excel, and if you are preparing a dashboard, or if you are working specifically with the Excel sheet for your company. So that's it for logical function. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please press on the like button and also hit the bell icon, because whenever I will upload video, you will the first person who will get the notification. And also, if you want to know more about Excel formulas, more about Excel charts, more about Excel advanced techniques, and also macro, also Visual Basic, and also SQL, then please subscribe this channel. So thanks again.